On today's Super Bowl edition whole food plant-based recipe, I'll be making my vegan 4-bean chili. I hope you can stick around and see exactly how it's made. To get started on today's 4-bean Super Bowl special vegan chili, we're just going to need a few ingredients, and that is we have one pound 12-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. Now this is a no salt added can, so a plus, but we want the crushed tomatoes there to get that good rich tomatoiness to our chili. We're also going to be using 1 can of cannelli beans, or white beans will also work. So we've got those. We're also going to be using one of my favorites, which is butter beans. Now these guys are so rich and creamy. They just add a consistency, and they take the chili to another level. Now I will mention you can always switch in and out these beans if you prefer, but these are my go-tos for when I'm making this chili. We also have 1 can of black beans, and then our last bean is garbanzo beans, or chickpeas. So we're going to be using 1 can of chickpeas. And we're also going to be using 1 cup of cooked brown rice. Now I like to add this in because it adds just another element to it, a little bit more bite, and it'll also, if you feel like the soup is, or chili is a little bit looser consistency, the rice helps soak it up and bring it all together, a little bit more hardiness to it. We are also going to be using some spices, and that is 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now this you can get a little bit, you can change it. I've got 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. If you do not want it so spicy, you can always go ahead and half this or fourth it or completely omit it. The recipe is still going to be great. And then we have half a teaspoon of cumin. So all we're going to be really doing here, this is such a simple recipe, one that I wanted to get out because I know we're getting close to the big game, only 2 days away, and so I wanted to have something that if you have these ingredients or ones that you can pick up at the store really quickly, that you can throw them all together and get a great chili recipe made. So to get started, all we're really going to need to do is take our lid off of our pot. Now we are going to be doing this over the stove top. I like that. You can do this in a pressure cooker. You can also do this in the crock pot and just throw it in the morning and just let it simmer. Now I will mention we are going to cook this for around 30 minutes and just let it simmer and really get those spices nice and developed. But you can also turn this on low, get this started in the morning, and let it go all day. It's just going to get better. The flavors are just going to develop more and more. So there's really no time limit on this. It's just when it's done cooking, you can always take it off and you can put it in the fridge once it's cooled down. But to get started, we're going to take our crushed tomatoes, add that in. We've got our can of cannelli beans, or white beans. We have our butter beans, which are my all-time favorite. Can of black beans. Now I will mention we are not draining and rinsing these beans. You totally can. You're just going to have to add some more liquid. You could add in some veggie broth, but I like that brine and the flavor that comes with those beans for this recipe. Again, it's a quick recipe, and it will serve quite a few. So if you're in a pinch and you need a quick chili recipe, this is one to go with. We have our cooked brown rice, and then our spices, our chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, our spice level to it, the crushed red pepper flakes, and then lastly we have our cumin, and then we also have our plant-based Gabriel mixing spoon. A big shout out to the Midwest Vegan Queen, my sister, coming in huge with this Christmas gift. We're just going to give it a good stir. You can see the consistency is really there already. That's what I love about this, using the cans and doing this. You can do it with dry, and I have other recipes with dry, so don't think that I always use cans, that I'm always, I do use them on occasion, and this is a great occasion to pull them out. So we're going to give that a good stir. That looks nice and mixed. Now we are going to put this onto a low to medium setting, and we're gonna let that simmer covered for around 30 minutes. So after those 30 minutes are back, I'm gonna get a bowl and I'm gonna get a little dish of that bowled up, but we'll see that final product here in just a few minutes. All right, our 15-minute timer just went off. It's time to open this up and see how our chili has turned out. I'm going to open that there, give this a good stir. That looks phenomenal. The smell coming out from this pot of chili is so divine. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get a little dish of this bowled up. I've got my spoon here and one of my favorite toppings, sriracha for chili, just in case that 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes wasn't enough. So let's go ahead and get a bowl of this dished up. Look at that. Nice consistency. If you do want to have it thicker, you can always go ahead and just leave it simmering with the lid opened up for a while. But honestly, this is a thick, hearty chili. I'm gonna go ahead, put a little sriracha on mine, and we're gonna give it a try. This looks so good. I really hope you guys go ahead and give this one a try, or at least put it on the tab for some time when you're feeling like chili and you have a couple extra cans of beans around. Really, the beans could be, could be changed, interchanged, however you like. It could be all one can of the same, But for me, I had 4 separate cans of beans, and those are the ones that I really like for this recipe. So let's go ahead and give it a try. That is a home run. I really hope you guys go ahead and give that one a try. Super simple. I hope you saw how simple it was. For my Super Bowl prep recipes, I've tried to keep them as simple, as low maintenance, as few ingredients as possible, because I know it can be a busy time, and I want this whole food plant-based appetizers, meal, menu, for your party, for your Super Bowl, really for any time you're going to be eating, to be as simple and easy as possible. And so this one definitely fits the bill for that. I really hope you guys give it a try. If you do go ahead and give it a try, make sure you let me know how it goes on Facebook or on YouTube. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, giving it a share, giving it a like, giving it a thumbs up really helps spread the plant-based message. And if you're on YouTube or Facebook, if you go ahead and like and subscribe to the page, that always helps a lot. And as always, this recipe, my past and future recipes, can all be found at plantbasedgabriel.com. I am Plant-Based Gabriel. Thanking you guys so very much for watching. Thanking you all for staying tuned for all my Super Bowl recipes. Here's to hoping we have a great game and great time with family and friends and some delicious whole food plant-based vegan food. We'll see you guys next time. And I'm going to dig in on this bowl of soup.